guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale, and finally, after so many of your requests, guys, I was able to get none other than Happy Noob on the channel, aka Viper. Oh man, I'm so excited for this video, guys. You guys love his deck. He is known for his amazing Hog Executioner cycle gameplay. That's exactly what we're gonna see in today's video. He's already inside a match right now. He's top 100 ladder, and you can see he's starting out with the Ice Spear opposite lane. We're gonna give him the thumbs up. He has his favorite deck right now. I didn't even show it on the deck selection screen, but you guys can already see it below me. He's a huge fan of this deck in the meta, and I think that you guys will be as well. So let's watch his gameplay. We'll kind of dissect what he does that's different maybe than other traditional Hog players. He's certainly known as one of the best in the game. So he's going into a pekka here. So how does he negotiate this pekka? Not this pekka per se, but facing a pekka bridge spam deck, which looks a lot like my deck, or the deck that I'm playing this season. So he logs there to buy some time, and then he's going to kite a little bit, and then he's forced to play that Valkyrie in the middle, getting some nice Valkyrie value, pulling everything together there, keeping that Executioner alive to take out that E-Wiz as well, and then strategically placing those goblins, negotiating around that battle ram. Man, that was some OP defense to start out there by Happy Noob, and then he goes in with his first Hog Rider of the game, gonna make contact. All the opponent here has left to defend is just those minions, and this is a very difficult matchup. So as you guys know, last card is Poison out of Salva's deck there, and this is the deck that I've been playing, and this deck does very, very well against Hog Rider decks. So to see Happy Noob, you know, potentially beat this would be incredible, because they have Pekka, they have E-Wiz. So how is he going to get around those cards? He's going to start out with a Pekka in the back here, and it looks like Happy Noob is going to go ahead and play an Executioner same lane again. We saw how adeptly he was able to handle the first Pekka versus Executioner situation. Let's see if he does the same thing here, or if he switches things around a little bit. So we have the Executioner. He has the Ice Spirit again. This time he's going to use Goblins in the center there. That was a nice play. And then he sends in that Hog Rider. He's going to NATO everything back. Now he has a Battle Ram, though, coming in the left lane. He's going to use a Valkyrie. He will take a Battle Ram hit, but he has logged there as well. Meanwhile, look at all that damage he did with the Hog Rider in the right lane, towered down to 12 HP. Man, how did he even have enough elixir for that Valkyrie in that log in the left lane? And now he's going to go ahead and just start rocket cycling here, taking that value against the Pekka. So he's at full elixir. Let's see how he handles this. An Executioner in the right lane. You know the opponent's going to go all in here in the left. He has Exy and he has NATO. Excuse me, he has Valkyrie and he has NATO. That was a nice Ice Spirit to kind of stymie everything in that lane. And now you're seeing the Valkyrie value you can get out of this deck. The Royal Ghost is invisible. He cycles to another NATO there. Oh my god, these pro plays are insane at this point, guys. And again, Valkyrie there to stop. All we need is one more rocket. How did he win this, guys? This guy's a beast. Good game. There it is. Tower down. Happy Noob strikes again. Oh man, I love his name too. Happy Noob. It's just, it's I don't know. Something about it is just such a great name. Like, I just got beat by Happy Noob. What up? All right, so let me actually check. We'll take a look at the deck. That was crazy, man. I don't know what it is about that match, but just seeing all those difficult counters and all that pressure that the opponent was able to put in that opposite lane, and seeing him be able to NATO and use Valkyrie and log just to kind of mitigate that damage was crazy. And here we go. This is the deck 3.4. Of course, it does have Valkyrie. At previous times, it's had other cards subbed in for Valkyrie, but right now, after her most recent buff, Valkyrie makes all the sense in the world to include in this deck. It's kind of like a updated trifecta, if you allow me to use the, I think like every meta YouTubers, myself included, are like, ooh, maybe trifecta will come back. But I think this deck is way better with the synergy between the NATO and the Executioner and the Valkyrie than with the Musketeer. Just my preference, and the same thing obviously with Happy Noob. So let's go ahead and edit out. I'll come back at you guys when he gets into the next match. All right, guys, here we go into the next one against Zyad. We'll see what he's playing here. Man, I love these top ladder live videos. They're just so much fun, at least in my opinion. I hope you guys like them as well, but just watching these pros, especially when we get someone like Happy Noob on the channel, aka Viper, who is just really, really skilled in one specific deck. Not saying that he's not good in other decks too, but you guys get the point. He's just so good with one specific deck that it's just so much fun to watch. So Fireball comes raining down from the opponent. We also have that NATO in the cycle, but a nice miner by the opponent. I think that Happy Noob probably saw that coming and does a good job with that Ice Spirit, but it's still, not, regardless, the opponent's going to get a decent amount of damage just with a few giant hits on that left tower. So we're seeing Zayed play Giant Miner 3 spell. What a great matchup to show for you guys here on the channel. So how are we going to be able to mostly defend with this deck? Of course, Valkyrie probably going to be a big part of that now that we know what he's playing. And again, when we don't have an obvious play to make, he's happy just to log cycle, providing we're not going against a bait deck, right? So here it comes again. We go in with the Hog. He goes in with the Giant again, and we have that Executioner ready. So again, we're going to NATO everything together, but the Executioner, he does stay on the Giant there. But again, we're going to need... that zap, or excuse, yeah, the zap came down. Perfect timing there. We do get a couple Hog swings on that left tower, though. Oof. That was unfortunate. So hard to stop the Giant in this deck. Of course, again, we do have the Executioner, and note where he's placing that Executioner, guys. He's not placing it where you would normally place a Musketeer or an E-Wiz. He's placing it right in the lane behind that Giant, so he can kind of set up that line of sight to take down all the support troops behind the Giant, and there you see it again. This time the Fireball is going to come down again. This time we'll mitigate all damage from that Giant. Probably a Zap coming down here. Definitely going to be a Witch in this deck. Didn't see that coming. We don't traditionally see the Witch in this deck. We're going to go ahead and NATO everything together there. You see that NATO, guys? What a very decisive tornado there by Happy Noob, right? He did not delay. He placed that NATO. He pulled everything together and was able to get that Hog to the tower. And now look at that. Thanks to this log and that last push, we have the damage advantage. Now this time we're going to switch it up just a little bit, just avoiding perhaps a predictive Fireball. However, he still does get some damage there. That NATO's going to pull that Miner temporarily off of that Executioner, but it's not going to keep him alive. So now we have the Valkyrie and a couple Goblins, and here comes a minion horde down the lane as well. Another cycle log. What is this, the 4th cycle log that we've seen here in this match, guys? And allows us to play another Executioner. Now Fireball is in hand, and they're also going to log Fireball this to try to protect and zap to try to protect their Witch and potentially a Giant. We know that they wanted to play a Giant there, so we went in with that Hog, forcing them to have to respond to the Hog, and then again, boom, rocket down. Happy Noob wins again, guys. What a beast. Okay, guys, into the next match here against TNA. He gives the wow. We'll give some freshly served hot, juicy pancakes with maple syrup. Making myself hungry. So we start out with an Ice Spirit at the river there. Then we're going to go ahead and log. Trying to get that Valkyrie in cycle, I imagine, for that Royal Ghost. Let's see. We're actually going to get the NATO in cycle, I stand corrected. Now we're going to use the Valkyrie in the opposite lane. That was a really smart play. Don't listen to what I say, listen or watch and see what Happy Noob does, right? So we had that NATO to activate with the Royal Ghost, and then he used the Valkyrie on defense. This is going to be against, oh, it's against this deck. No! Well, we know he can beat this deck. Let's see if he's able to do it again here. Man, even though it's the same matchup, I just love his gameplay against what is a very challenging matchup. So here comes a Royal Ghost again at the bridge there for the opponent. He's going to answer with a Pekka in the left lane. We do get a Hog hit on that left tower. Royal Ghost is going to get 2 hits on our right tower, and here we have to deal with this Pekka, but we already saw from that first match how well he can do against Pekka, and again, just doing a nice job kiting. Here comes the Valkyrie to answer again on that Battle Ram. Let's see what he does in this situation. The Pekka's not going to get a hit over there. The Bandit does get a charge off. We're going to go ahead and NATO. We have Goblins back in cycle. We're going to use them. And that was a nice defense there. But we did take some damage thanks to that Royal Ghost on our right tower. So about halfway, a little bit past the halfway point inside this match. And man, E-Wiz and Poison, of course, are the last 2 cards for the opponent. So coming in again with the Royal Ghost at the bridge, and again with our Hog Rider here in the left, we're going to kite that Royal Ghost. The opponent's going to deliver us some pancakes. Hey, wait a second here. Let's give some pancakes back as we actually get a lot of damage, a few Hog hits on that left tower. Thanks to that Ice Spirit coming in clutch, it not only kited that Royal Ghost, but it also froze, or temporarily, that Pekka. So now on defense here, the poison's going to come down from the opponent on our Executioner. We're going to try to keep that Executioner alive to kind of deal with this push. Now we have to deal with all of this. Valkyrie comes down as well. We have an Ice Spirit. We also have NATO in hand. Let's see what he does here. He's going to beautiful NATO. The zap comes down, but that's going to pull that Valkyrie right back into the center there. Another very skillful defense. Hopefully we can get one hit with a Hog. No, we can't. Pekka was down just in time by the opponent. Of course, if you time that Pekka correctly, get her down at just the precise moment and have her on the most precise tile, you can totally counter a Hog Rider's hits. And here comes a log down again here for Happy Noob. He's going to send in that Hog Rider. He's going to run it right into that Royal Ghost and that E-Wiz, but he will get a hit. And the opponent wastes a zap there. So again, a beautiful tornado there that was able to take down everything, pulling it into not only the Executioner, but also that Valkyrie. And there it goes, the log and the rocket, and that's GG. Again, making quick work of that matchup. Obviously, he is not scared of those cards, of the Pekka, of the E-Wiz in that deck. Very easily, he finds easy ways, or at least makes it look easy to get around those hard counters. So let's go ahead and hop into the next match. But first, let's see where he is right now on ladder. He is currently 50. Okay, we're back to 51. Let's do like 1 or 2 more matches here, guys, and we'll call it a video. So I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, here we go. The final match against Ben Beckman. All right, so we go in with the Hog. Whoa, a little delay there. So obviously, as I said earlier in this video, guys, Hog is a perfectly fine starting play according to Happy Noob. Also, an Ice Spirit at the bridge. Speaking of at the bridge, we're going to deal with this Royal Giant here, right? And the guards, and the Valkyrie plus the log is going to do a fine job against that Royal Giant. You guys can see, just in this video, the power of the Valkyrie. I think that I don't want to call her underrated, because a lot of you guys know the power of the Valk, right? But she's definitely a super solid card, and maybe underused. I think a lot of people just put in whatever, Prince or Dark Prince or whatever, like whatever card they go to in their deck, and don't consider, maybe even a Knight, and don't consider going with the Valkyrie, when a lot of times I think that she's really, really well served in a lot of different decks, especially Hog decks. So here we go. Again, it's going to be Baby Dragon, Mega Minion, setting up for another Royal Giant maybe. So we place that Valkyrie in the back. At least what it's going to do is allow us to play a Hog Rider, and we do so. We're going to get another hit with that Hog Rider. Make it, no, just one hit. We're going to have to deal with this big push, but that's where the Executioner shines here, guys. Look at this. Executioner, Ice Spirit, NATO combo dealt with this entire push. The Royal Giant did get, what, 1 or 2 hits on that tower, but look what we had to contend with. A Royal Giant, a Mega Minion, a Baby Dragon, and guards were able to take care of all of it, and that's the power of the Executioner. So here we go again with the Hog Rider. That's going to bait out a, I saw the Barbarian for a quick second, and I was like, is that an elite Barbarian? No, it's just the Barbarian from the Barbarian barrel. Calm down, Ash. Calm down, bro. No coaching session needed this video. So here we go. It's going to be that Furnace. Getting around the Furnace is going to be mildly annoying, but we should be able to do it so fine. So you'll from time to time probably see Happy Noob just cycle a Hog down when he knows the opponent has the Furnace and cycle a Hog naked without any support. That's going to be a 4-for-4 trade, but it's also going to try to get that opponent to have that Furnace out of cycle for our next Hog push. So Lightning comes down against that Executioner, but we do a good job distracting that Baby Dragon just with some Goblins and then the Ice Spirit, keeping that Executioner alive. And you saw that he used a rocket there. Whenever the opponent gives us any rocket value, you're going to see, especially when it gets towards the end of the match and we have the damage and or elixir advantage, we're going to lean on that Executioner and NATO on defense, and that will give us the ability to use that 6 elixir rocket on offense and still be able to defend. So again, taking care of that Royal Giant. 1666 damage remaining on our tower, forces a Hog out of our hand there to momentarily deal with those Fire Spirits. And again, we get that Furnace out of the opponent's rotation, and we're going to go ahead and be happy to just rocket cycle here out. and you guys can see just the rocket cycle strategy that we're using, that we're employing in this match. Lightning's going to come down, but again, as long as we can keep this Royal Giant away and keep the support troops away from our Executioner, we're going to be able to win this match. And look at how easy he's making it seem here, guys. 12:20 remaining, 6:45. All we need is one more log rocket, and that tower is going to be down. Valkyrie, excuse me, doing her thing at the bridge. Here's the rocket. Is that even? I don't even know. 17 HP away, so one more log is going to do it. And man, GG's makes it look so easy. Happy Noob strikes again. Did I already say that? I think I did. Either way, Happy Noob, man. This guy's a beast, and I hope it's given you guys some inspiration when using this deck. It's not a new deck per se by any stretch of the imagination, but it can be incredibly effective between the rocket cycle in some matchups and just the synergy between the NATO and the Valkyrie and the Executioner, of course. You're able to really get your Hog to the tower and just do tower damage, whereas a lot of Hog decks might struggle given certain matchups. So guys, huge shout out to Viper again. Check out his player stats and profile. Thanks to statsroyale.com in the show notes below, and a huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and as always, take care, guys.